What up, my friend? Chrissy Chin here on Badass is the New Black podcast. I am your host, and on this podcast, I love to teach you how to work less and enjoy more. I am sure you've heard of the motto, work smarter, not harder, right? Well, sometimes it's like the concept is great, but you're like, how do I really do that? And so my whole thing of work less, enjoy more is giving you the tools, the knowledge, the resources in order to work smarter, not harder. And when you do work smarter, you will work less. And then just in return, you will enjoy more. So I love talking about helping you build your personal brand so you can build a business that means something to you, that is perfectly aligned with what you want in your life and the lifestyle that you want in the future. And through that, I also love teaching how to scale your business. And since my motto is work less to enjoy more, automation is my jam. So the more that I can automate, either through hiring a team, a support team to do the work for me, or to just have an automated system like computer automation working behind the scenes so that I can make money literally while I sleep, is my jam. So I tend to attract people here to the podcast that are really looking to grow their personal brand, to build a business that can fulfill that lifestyle of financial freedom and time freedom, where they have things and people working behind the scenes so you can work less and enjoy more. I've got a lot of new listeners on the podcast. So thought I would just kind of do a recap of what we're all about here on the podcast. That being said, I would love to talk about customer experience today and a little bit more about that. It's something I've been analyzing a lot in my business. I've been speaking about it I had two live events in front of hundreds of people at two different events, and I talked about customer experience. And so I want to talk a little bit about that today, what that could mean for your business, how can you create a better customer experience, and all of that jazz. I literally have no notes in front of me except for one slide that I used in this presentation, so it's going to be a little bit fly from the seat of my pants, but sometimes that makes the best podcast episodes. So here we go. All right. So customer experience can make or break your business 100%. And I love the thought of customer experience, good customer experience, right? We have to talk about it being good customer experience as opposed to bad customer experience, because good customer experience leads to repeat customers. Now, I know we have a mixed audience here of network marketers, because that is my background, and now people building, another type of business, or maybe in addition to their network marketing business that they have. So if you're a network marketer, repeat customers is going to be someone that's on maybe your monthly automation process. So they're ordering products every month through your network marketing company. If you are not in network marketing and you're some type of coach, business coach, life coach, and you teach people something through a product online, and you have a subscription site, so that's my business with Grow Workspace, subscription site there, repeat customers means someone stays on the subscription. And we loved that because both of those examples are residual income, right? We've gotten them to come on board. We've gotten them to see the value and what they are paying for, and they're continuing to spend that every single month. If you don't have any type of subscription service, then a repeat customer could be someone that just buys the next thing. So if you have a series of online courses, they buy the first course and then they love you so much. They had a good customer experience. A great customer experience, and they know they want to keep continuing on the journey that you're going to take them, and so they buy the next thing that you offer and the next thing that you offer. So that is something, when you focus on creating good customer experience, it will lead to repeat customers, and that means more money in your pocket. Okay? Repeat customers then can lead to the transformation. So in network marketing, if someone's using your products over and over again, then hopefully they generate that transformation. And so that can be testimonies. And so you want them to get to that point, because then they're going to recommend, they're going to share. Okay. In the non-network marketing world, whatever product or service, repeat customers is going to just give them a good feeling about you, and they're going to want to recommend you to someone else. Okay. And that means more customers coming in the door. When someone recommends something to someone in the network marketing world, that turns them into what a lot of people call in the industry new business builders. So someone who's sharing those products without you doing anything, and that is helping build your business. Now, in some place, if you own a hair salon and someone recommends your salon to someone, we do this all the time, you guys. We recommend things all the time. So that word of mouth, because they had a great customer experience, leads to more customers, no matter what business you're in. And what can a bad customer experience do? People talk about the bad things actually 10 times more than they talk about the good things. So the second you provide a bad customer experience, they're going to go talk about that. My dad and I just ate at a restaurant while I was home visiting for this speaking event. And we went to this restaurant and we sat there for a good 7 or 8 minutes, and no one came to the table to see what we wanted to drink, to take our order. And we stopped a guy and he said, "Hey, can you send a server over to the table?" And he was like, "Oh yeah, sure." He disappeared. I saw him go into the back, and then he came out. He didn't come talk to us at all to communicate, "Hey, someone will be with you in just a minute." Or, he didn't communicate anything. He literally came around the corner, sat at a booth, and started eating his lunch. So clearly he wasn't on duty. So I appreciate him disappearing for a few seconds. Hopefully he had told someone, but he didn't communicate with us. And then I just see him eating. And so I was kind of like, okay, well, that's interesting. Again, took a little while for someone to come. The restaurant was not busy. So right then and there off the bat, we had a bad customer experience. And I'm not going to say what restaurant it was, but it was literally like, this is why we don't come here. We came here because it seemed easy, but like hands down, next time I'm not coming back. I'm going to spend my money someplace else where I can have a better customer experience. And look, now I'm sharing this, and I'm not saying who it is, but I'm sharing this with hundreds of people. Right? So I'm talking about this bad experience. So a customer experience, good and bad, can make or break your business. What if everyone is out there talking about how it's just the customer experience is just not very good? It's confusing. They feel lost. They aren't getting what was promised. Bad customer experience, right? As opposed to good customer experience. They respond so quickly. All the information is right there. It's so well organized. I mean, there's so many things that can create a good customer experience. I'm going to have you think about that here in a little bit. All right, but back to recommendations. So regardless of what industry you're in, a good customer experience can lead to recommendations. When someone comes to me and says, "Oh, I'm looking for, I just moved here, I'm looking for a new hair salon," I'll be like, "Oh my gosh, I love my place. You should go there," right? Recommendations, recommending to someone, that generates a new customer for them, which means more money in their pocket. Or if someone is starting a new business and they're seeing their friend really crush it on Instagram and they're like, everything just seems so on point. It seems like you really know what you're talking about. And they're like, "Oh my gosh, I did Chrissy's Brilliantly Branded course and it gave me so much clarity. It really helped me fine tune my messaging. I know exactly what I'm talking about. My business feels so aligned with me and I'm loving what I'm doing. You should check her out." Boom, a recommendation, a new customer, more money in the business. Okay, so this is what we strive for with customer experience. So taking a look at all of the things that you're doing now and analyzing, is it creating a good customer experience for someone, or is it creating a bad customer experience for someone? A lot of times you will know instantly when it's a bad experience because you will get the emails. right? You will get the emails where people are very confused about what is going on, or they just aren't happy. You will hear those. You will get those emails more than you get the, oh my gosh, this has been amazing. It's been life-changing. Thank you so much. So taking all of those in, and I know that they're hard to hear, but then looking at them and saying, oh my gosh, okay, what improvement can I make to make the customer experience better? Right? What can I do differently to improve this customer experience? Maybe you're not getting any emails or someone reaching out saying what has been bad or what has been good. Maybe you need to do a survey of your members or your audience and ask them. And literally a 1 to 2 question. I use Typeform now, which you pay for. Love that. What is it? SurveyMonkey. I think there's some free options there. So just finding a very simple program that can gather data for you and just send out a 2-question survey of asking about customer experience can be very, very helpful if you're feeling a little lost and confused and don't know what to do with that. Another thing I want you to consider is playing to your strengths when thinking about customer experience, because it can feel very daunting, I guess, of like, where do I start kind of thing. But if you think about what you're good at and what your strengths are, then you can bring that to your business and really use that to create a better customer experience. Let's take a tiny little break from this badass podcast to talk about Kajabi, or as my husband calls it, Punjabi. Babe, it starts with a K. Kajabi. This is the platform that literally makes all the magic happen. It's plug and play, no coding necessary. And guess what, you guys? The best thing about it is that you get your very own mobile app with it. I looked into building an app and it was going to be over $100,000. You get your own right there. The platform is so affordable too. So instead of paying for individual platforms like your CRM system, which is going to host your email, your landing pages, which is going to capture your email, your website, which is going to be where all the magic happens, a community space, it's literally all in one. So it doesn't matter if you want to host courses, educational classes, have libraries in there for your team. This is absolutely the way to go. And I have a month free for you to check it out. So hop over to my website, thechrissychin.com/Kajabi, Kajabi, and you can check out a month for free. I cannot wait to see what you create. Please do me a favor. Send me a DM, send me an email once you've created something so I can see it and check it out. Can't wait for you to get started and scale your business like a badass boss. All right, let's get back to the podcast. So think about your business right now, where it is, and your customers that come in and what they are purchasing and how they're experiencing that. And I know if you don't have control over the purchasing side of it, if you're in network marketing and you can't control that, or you have a certain website and you can't get it coded to be exactly what you want at this point in time, then you can be a little bit limited. But what is it about the experience that you could tweak? How about after purchasing? What does that experience look like for your customers to where they can have a better experience? What are you good at? Are you good at building community? Maybe you leverage that. Are you good at listening to people? And so maybe you leverage that. Are you good at teaching? Maybe you really leverage that and you build that into your customer experience to play to your strengths, to just make that such a more pleasant experience. I feel like I'm overusing the word experience, but like that is what we're talking about, right? The experience. Maybe you're very good at connecting on social media, even though it seems like this impersonal thing. Maybe you're very good at it. And so you leverage that. Maybe you're really good at storytelling. So this is going to take a little bit to dig inside and kind of pull out your strengths and see like, okay, what am I really good at that I could bring forward a little bit more to just create that really amazing customer experience. And I will tell you that one thing that people love is they love talking about themselves. They love feeling heard. So if you can provide that in the customer experience to where they feel heard and what they have to say matters, and that you are listening to what they're saying and bringing that back into the business to make things better, they are going to love it. So what are you doing now, or what can you do to improve that customer experience? So I would love to connect with you outside of this. DM me on Instagram and talk more about your customer experience. Share with me what you're doing right now to implement a good customer experience with someone. Take an audit of your business and look at the places of where you're lacking. When I was building my network marketing business in the beginning, and I was hustling and doing that, I thought everyone was just like me, and that they would buy their bundle of products to get started, and then they would just get going on their own, and they didn't need my guidance to help them figure out how to use the products or what to do next or all of that. I was just like, I jumped right in, they will too. And I just assumed that about those people. And so I really did them a disservice in providing a good customer experience. Yeah, I was there to answer their questions, but someone who didn't have questions didn't really move forward. And so I was able to look at that and say, okay, gosh, that, one of my strengths is that I'm able to just jump in and move forward. But wait a minute, maybe not everybody is like that. So how can I modify the customer experience for someone who isn't just like me to have a better experience with their products in moving forward, in hopes that they could then join the monthly auto ship program, and that would create more residual income for me and create better health for them, create testimonials, and that they would want to share, and then boom, a business builder, and more money for them, more money for me, all the things. So taking a look at your business and kind of seeing the big picture and what you want and where it's lacking can do such a service for your business. I see this time and time again in every business and brand that I'm building. And now I just realize how impactful it is. And so it's one of the major things that I look at in all of my businesses and relook at over and over again. Just because you had one system in place in the beginning doesn't mean it doesn't need to be tweaked. As technology improves, as your business evolves, as your brand evolves, always having that in the back of your mind for everything that you're doing is, what is the experience around this? Is it easy to do? Is it simple to do? Because the second it gets hard and confusing, someone doesn't do it. Right? So if you are trying to get someone to buy something and you're overcomplicating it, they're going to say, I'm good. I'm out. So how can you improve that experience around purchasing? Or how can you improve that experience around getting educated to make it very simple, very clear, and very effective? All right, that is really what I want to cover. I could probably blab on and on and on about this, but that's the main thing I want to cover. So I want to just let you sit with that and let that simmer this week. Take a look and audit your business and where you can bring more to your customer experience, and then share with me on your DMs what you came up with. I would love to get messages from you over at The Chrissy Chin on Instagram or on Facebook. I'm in both places. Shoot me a message. Let me know that you listened to this. Let me know how it resonated. If it didn't, let me know. I can change the customer experience on this message so that it's more impactful and more useful for you and your business. So please, please, please connect with me. before we meet again next week, next Friday when the podcast drops, I would love for you to audit your business, take a look at the experience your customers are having, and maybe just pick one thing that you can improve in some aspect with your customers to improve that process, to make it more simple, to make it more clear on what they need to do, and just to improve that. So that's it. We'll see you next week. Can't wait to connect, and we'll talk later. Bye.